MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning from Scotty Ray and Candace. Wednesday, hump day.
It is. Middle of the week.
So
halfway over.
How did the carpool line, wait a minute. You couldn't have a carpool line today, could you?
No. They're at home still. So we have to go pick up their packets today, though, to get their schoolwork. So
it'll be a little line to do all of that.
Yeah, they have different hours. I think it was between the hours of 7 and 9. And I'm not sure about the other ones. I know one of them is 5 to 7. So
now at this point,
which will probably be when I go this evening.
West Lauderdale Elementary is the only one in our community that is shut down.
Yeah, that I'm aware of, and they will not go back to school until the 27th. So that's on a Friday the 27th.
You stuck with them. They ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, but they're just, I guess, taking precautions, so you can't be too safe.
Yeah. That's one of the things going on in our community. One thing I wanted to bring up is a lot of talk of hurricanes. You know, as we mentioned yesterday, marked the anniversary of Hurricane Camille. As we pull up, let's look at this of what we got going on out in the waters from the National Hurricane Center this morning. We've got Fred, who is just about run out of steam up here. You've got Henry, that is going to become a Category 1 by Friday. And then we've got Grace over here, who is going to be probably a hurricane before the day is out, no later than tomorrow. We'll look at the radar here in just a moment to show you all of that. But the stuff is coming about. Here's what she's going to do. This is Grace. Cancun area, be ready. It's going to be a Category 1 when it comes ashore, and then it will regain strength as it heads in for Hidalgo, back on the other side of Mexico. So that's what you're watching. But the good news right here is this. It's got a hook, and it doesn't look like Henry is really going to affect anybody. That's what we're hoping for. But, you never know with these things. As we pull up radar, and let's take a look at what we've got going on across here. 50% chance of showers after lunchtime. And did I mention hot weather?
It is hot.
101 on the heat index side this afternoon. So, again, 10 to 7. Don't be outside unless you really have to. Temperature actually about 93. We got some fog over here in Georgia and up through the Carolinas a little bit there. Look at the rain northwest of Shreveport above Memphis this morning. A little bit of showers in northern Mississippi this morning as we go to the Delta. Here's Greenwood, and we go up through here, and we start to show a few showers up around Oxford near the university. And to the southeast of Memphis here, this up in the state of Mississippi. Nothing horrible, but we do look at this, what's going on out here toward, this is Hawaii. And we hadn't talked a lot about Linda, but she is a Hurricane 2 right now.
Oh, goodness. Category
2 is going to downgrade to a 1 tomorrow afternoon, and by the time it passes Hawaii, should downgrade to just a tropical storm at 40-mile-an-hour winds. So we kind of hope that it plays out that way and doesn't get any worse.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, bad weather is not
We'd like to get you a pointer in one of those green screens where you can start pointing to where hurricanes are and things. You'd just disappear today with that shirt on.
Yeah, well, I would.
Have you ever used
I'm ready for St. Patrick's Day or something.
That is good. Have you ever used a green screen?
I have not.
You disappear. Any green shirt, and it's easy to forget.
Really?
I hadn't used a bunch, but and I guess we could use one behind us if we wanted to put a picture of somewhere else. So there you go.
Goodness. Yeah, I thought I'd be a little brighter today. I wear black a lot too. I'm just
and I'm not saying this because of you. It's just and is there any truth to it that black makes you look skinnier?
Oh, I need to wear it every day.
That's always what I've heard from when I worked at the radio station and was surrounded by 85 women. They always said black made you look skinnier.
Yeah, my closet is full of like black clothes and stuff. So it's one of my favorites, but. I don't know, I just decided to be a little bit brighter today.
Yeah, you are a ray of sunshine on an almost rainy afternoon. Let's see. One of the big news that comes out of yesterday is the Meridian City Council, if you're watching from the outside communities of our area in Mississippi, have now installed a police chief. And I really don't know a whole lot about her, but Deborah Young is her name. She was a 19-year veteran. She had retired from the Meridian Police Department as a veteran, as a lieutenant. And we wish her all the luck with this.
Yes, we do.
Tim Miller has been approved as CAO. Jason Collier is fire chief. Thomas Adams as park and rec director. And Craig Hitt, which we all know who was a supervisor for many years, is going to be stepping into the role of Laura Carmichael's job, which was community development director. Okay. We wish each of them luck, and we will see. And then I did see, and I've seen a lot of comments about this. Our parks in the area are going to start closing at 9 o'clock instead of 10 o'clock. Most people seem to think that that 1 hour is not really going to deter the bad guys.
I think it's a good idea to put a curfew on it, especially because that could be a gathering place, that's kind of secluded, from other places. But I mean, it might also be a good idea to, put into effect a curfew for the whole town. I know it's not convenient, right? Until things get calmed down a little more, they get a little bit more under control. Because, I mean, people don't just go to the parks and cause crime. I mean, the crime is widespread across the city. So
now, I have not witnessed this firsthand, but I have seen many, many people comment on my Facebook page about the Northeast Park. It's there on Highway 39 that during Police Chief Reed's reign, the cops were coming out and locking the gate, taking care of things. And that since that time, there's been a lot of gunfire in the air from there. Now,
really?
I have not witnessed that, but I've seen that posted a lot, that people that live near there say that they hear numerous gunshots in the air. That ain't good.
No, it's not good. I mean, because I know over nearby there, I mean, I don't think people be taking their kids at night to the park, but, there's a children's play area by there, the Planet Playground area. It's around there.
The community.
A lot of people walk around that park,
Wasn't that a big community effort to get that built? Everybody pitched in and went out and helped build that.
It was, yeah.
And
it's been there for years, but they just recently had redone it. So, and it's a really nice place. We want to keep our parks nice, and safe, where the people feel like they're safe taking their children to play.
And you could probably count on your hand, and I'm just going to say this, and because we do our own kind of comments on this show, how many people really feel safe going to Highland Park anymore?
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it's what it used to be, obviously. Not as safe as it used to be, but the carousel, that is a
treasure.
It is. It's a wonderful thing if you've never got to experience going to it. And I know I did as a kid. I've taken my kids there. A lot of people have birthday parties, a lot. They did. I don't know if they still do, but yeah, it doesn't feel like it's as safe as it used to be. So maybe that can change. I'm just hoping that there is a positive change in this town, and I hope that the new police chief can bring that to Meridian. I hope she's going to be a good thing for Meridian.
We keep our fingers crossed, and we're going to send an invitation for her to come out and do a meet and greet, so everybody kind of know who she is and what she plans to do. And that's what I think most people in our area want to know is, okay, what's going to happen? Let's discuss what's the next move.
Right. But I think we would all agree that whoever the police chief is, people need to stand behind them and back them. Don't you agree?
Oh, I agree that you should.
I hope that, things are done in a positive way. And
I think they will, so long as it's still done in a positive way and not saying, well, we're not going to arrest anybody if they, you know what I mean?
Right. Make consequences a lot more.
We want to know what her plan is.
Right.
We'd love to hear that. But the community supports anybody that's willing to get in there into the so-called the trenches.
Right. Because I think we all know that consequences is the main problem about people. If you don't have consequences for your actions, you're not going to really make a difference.
No, you're not.
You're not. So hopefully that will be.
That's like trying to sneak in the house and you're late, and your mom would put that curfew. She doesn't do anything to you when you're late. You're just going to be later the next time and the next time. Right. And eventually you don't come home till daylight.
Right. But I do know that I don't know how many officers we have in the police department left. I know there's been several, like in the last few weeks, have resigned. So let's hope that changes also. Let's hope that they can get some officers back in there. So they'll have enough of a crew to work, and help people out. So.
And we need to send this out, some heartfelt prayers this morning to Dr. Sonny Rush.
Yes. He is in the hospital, I think out in Texas.
MD Anderson, I believe.
MD Anderson. He he's been battling cancer.
In the last report I saw, it said that he'd got pneumonia. Maybe
Yes,
is what
he's
the
developed
Facebook post?
pneumonia. I think he was doing better with the cancer, but then he had developed pneumonia, is what the note that I had gotten said. So the family is just asking for everybody to pray, because it's a hard time right now for the family and for him, and they need all the prayer they can get right now for him. He's been a very a rock in this community, I think, for a lot of people.
He has.
He's always been a fine doctor. And, they deserve all the prayers they can get right now. They really do.
I passed along condolences this morning to my former neighbor when I lived in Scuba. Bobby Seipel passed away due to cancer. Known Bobby all my life. He was my next door neighbor for probably 30 years. And he lost his life to cancer this week. And
Yes.
I pass along those condolences. So sad to lose your life when you're still young and just in the prime of your life. And
Yes.
we see it every day.
Yes.
And
It is it's just a tragedy. There's so many tragedies going on right now in this world and in our own community.
Yes, it
we've
is.
lost friends and family members, and we've got family members and friends that are sick. And the people that we don't even know. I just want to pray for them, because it doesn't, there's somebody's family. There's somebody's loved ones. And
there's always such a huge void when somebody passes away, whether it's just being a provider to somebody that you looked up to, and somebody you can pick up the phone and call and ask for advice.
Yes.
We've all lost people like that.
yes. And, the thing, like last night, it's sad that, I don't know, you just don't, you don't keep in touch with people as much sometimes because you got a busy life.
Yeah.
You don't know. And I have to pull, it's really a sad thing, to know if you don't hear word of mouth. You don't know if somebody's passed away, and it's just a shock sometimes when you look at the obituaries and you find somebody. It's just so sad when you see somebody that's passed away that.
And sometimes you do miss it.
Yes, you had no idea. So, I don't know. There's a lot of people in pain right now. A lot of people hurting.
So keep that, and we'll get into some more COVID stuff this morning as this ramps up. We'll talk some more about that. That's around the corner, and things that are happening in our community, and a few things that were stolen that some folks want their stuff back, and you don't blame them. We'll get into that in just a moment as we talk about the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. They're exit 151, and I'm telling you, they work hard for your business, whether it's just a simple bird feeder to dress things up or you're getting ready for fall. All the fall decorations that they have there where you give thanks to dress up and have your family over. Deer season, now this is where here in the Deep South we all get kind of giddy. The men do, at least. And there's a lot of women that like it as well. She tags along all the time.
I do. I like to hunt.
But if you are a deer hunter, you need a camera. They've got these. It'll send it to your phone if you want that type, or you could still do the old SD card. Either way, Georgia boots are in stock if you're looking for those mud boots. And then, they call them the half boots there that don't go up as far there. A little bit cooler to wear. As we get into the deck boots, these are waterproof. They're handy to have. You're going to be doing some washing. That's sort of like a... You remember those boots from the 70s, those zip-up boots? That's what that reminds me of.
Yeah, they look like a rain boot.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
And, of course, one of the new things is the triple grip. You can get the 50-pound bag, and it's got corn, roasted soybeans, and peanuts. Deer like this. Check that out. Along with flashlights, always good to have an extra flashlight, whether it's deer hunting or just right around the house when that power might go off.
When you're up in the woods by yourself.
Been there, done that. If you need something for your pet, whether it's a bone or food, they've got that. Anything from insecticides to fertilizer. Did I say it right?
You did.
Woo-woo. I'm stepping up, y'all.
I know.
Feed, seed, and a whole lot more. From guns, corn, they've got it for you. The Lauderdale County Farm Supply. See them, exit 151, right off the interstate.
Coming home from work, I was involved in a multi-car wreck. I never saw it coming. It was obvious that I needed help.
I'm Mississippi Attorney Richard Schwartz. I'm proud to represent the people of the great state I call home. And if you need me, Mississippi, remember, one call, that's all.
I'm Laura from Columbus, Mississippi, and it took one call and that was all. I called my Mississippi attorney, Richard Schwartz, and he got me $250,000.
If you need me, Mississippi, remember, one call, that's all.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Scotty Ray and Candace show, and it's Wednesday, halfway through the week, and we want to recognize some comments in just a minute. But before we do, I want to give a shout out to little Miss Dixie Miller. I met her yesterday. I was in a store in Meridian and I was standing in line, and I guess it was she and her mother were in line, and I had my mask on. And they were discussing that this lady in line looked kind of like Candace off of Scotty Ray and Candace. So I pulled my mask down and she said she thinks you look like Candace off Scotty. And I pulled the mask down. I said, I am Candace. So I got a big hug from her yesterday. She's the sweetest girl. And I think they took a picture and everything. So good morning to you. That was the highlight of my day. And I wish that, after it was over with, I was like, I wish I'd have gotten a picture with her. And I could have put it on the show. But thank you, though, for coming up. And they said that they love the show.
Great.
We love having you every day watch. And so
I ran into Tommy Jackson the other day, and he had his mask on, and I didn't recognize him, but I wouldn't let him hug me. Tommy ain't doing it.
My mother said you recognized her yesterday. Yeah.
I saw your mama.
Yeah.
She was walking around with her little mask.
She said she was hightailing it at Walmart. She's better now, and she's just, because she'd been in the house like a month or more. And so she's like ready to get out. But anyway,
does you some good.
I know it does. We want to say good mornings though this morning to some of our watchers. And Pam Morgan, she's watching this morning. Good morning to you, along with Angela Dunnigan. She's watching from Carmichael, Mississippi.
Daphne Childs joins us from Hickory, all the way from Zero is Joe Collins this morning, and Sylvia Stewart is there.
Miss Donna Roseman's watching, along with Brian Troy. Good morning to you. And Terry Carter, she's watching from Preston.
All right. Good morning to Brian Troy. Virgil Reed. How you, Virgil? Good. I always like Virgil. Me and him bump into each other all the time. Donna Sue Peebles joins us as well.
Joyce Godwin, good morning to you. LaWanda Grantham, along with Angela Sloan. They're all watching this morning. Glad to have y'all.
Denise Burnside is up, along with Steve and Wanda McKinnon, and Sarah Neese joins us as well today.
Lillian and Massey Glenn. She says, hi, y'all. Hey, Lillian, how are you? And good morning. And Harvey Cleveland's watching this morning, along with Ray Strebeck. Good morning from Hickory, Mississippi.
All right. Terry Shelton is there. Morning, morning, morning. Teresa Stewart, Lost Gap community. Always love it out there. Good deer hunting in that area, too.
Mr. Bill Reinhardt's watching from DeKalb. And Teresa, Tajetta Brantley Chew. Did you say Teresa already? Teresa Short.
I don't think I did.
Teresa Short. Good morning to you from Lost Gap. I didn't want to leave anybody out, and I didn't want to repeat anything.
Tajetta's trying to get her hair done. Work on it, girl. Also, Donna Tuberville is there. Teresa Short, along with Tammy Fleming.
Let's see. Tiffany Crawford Allen. Good morning to you. And let's see. You trying to get too fancy? She said.
Oh, is that what she said?
Thank you, Bill. He says the color looks good on me. Thank you. Let's see. Larry Smith, good morning from Philadelphia, Mississippi, along with Teresa Short again. And she has a comment. What'd she say? She had lost her husband, and he passed away in July, and she's still trying to get over that. We have so many people who have lost, but prayers for you, because I know that is very hard. I've heard a lot of people say you get through it, you never get over it, you just get through it, and it's just a hard thing.
Well, it's got to shake you to the core, because it's somebody that you spend every day of your life with.
Yes.
And then it's this big void.
Yes. And we need to mention, too, that Jan Bushman.
Yeah, bless her heart. She lost her husband.
Yes, that it sometimes sits in for me. She lost her husband also
this week.
Yes, this week. And we want to give her prayers for her family also.
Thank the world of you, Jan. Praying for you also there.
Yes.
Let's see. Teresa Short is telling Bill thank you for something. I don't know what they got going on up here in the comments together, but y'all just keep right on going. I didn't mean to interrupt there.
Good morning, Cindy Skipper. And Denise Burnside says prayers for Mr. Sonny.
All right. Good morning to Daphne Childs. Glad you're watching us as well. And let's see. Brian Troy and Tammy Fleming is there.
Miss Linda Jane Lunsford says good morning. Chris Reed, good morning. He says with superstars. I don't know about that.
Listen at you, Chris.
Good morning.
You still got stuff you got to do for your wife. You need to tighten up. Get you a lawnmower and get on out there.
Yeah, he's a sit-in too sometimes.
Yeah. We'll have to have him back and let him sit in the new chairs over there.
You have to get the blonde wig though, Chris. You got to do that.
He promised me he was going to do that, then didn't show up.
I was looking for it, and he just didn't wear it. I don't know. I was disappointed. But he always does a good job. Let's see. Beverly Skelton. That's one of my clients and one of my mom's friends' lifetime friends. Good morning. She's in Chunky, Mississippi this morning. Go ahead.
Sandy Cuz, along with Britt, Lord have mercy, Cow Creek, Mississippi is checking in today.
Rachel Light is in Sucalina this morning. Good morning. And Ryan Harper. Good morning, Ryan.
Along with Savoy, we've got Pat Neese from there. Also, Chet is there. Right now, I'm sitting on my front porch drinking a cup of coffee. Okay, I ain't going to get into getting your hair done. I'm just telling you.
Chet, I wish I was sitting right next to you this morning. That's relaxing. Sitting outside, drinking a cup of coffee. Yeah, it is.
Trying to catch chickens. Just saying things that happen at our house.
Oh, goodness. Jessica Davis is watching this morning. Good morning. And Miss Paulette Tucker. Good morning from Harmony.
All right. We also have Bill Holly joining us, along with Alice Cunningham. We also got Debbie Furter. How are you today? It is great to be here Wednesday. And Barbara Snyder. How are you? And she said she lost her husband back in November.
Goodness. I want to go back up and say Betsy Holly.
Oh, did I say it wrong?
You said Bill.
From here, it looked like Bill.
She might have a husband named Bill. I don't know.
I am going to have to buy glasses.
We need one of those magnifying things to put on the screen.
Well, no, I can't even see Brother Danny no more when I sit out there in the audience at the church. And then, like those signs where you're trying to find the hardware section in Lowe's. I can't read that.
I can't read fine print like this right here. That's just blur.
I'm sure these were like 2 foot by 2 foot, and I still couldn't read it.
Yeah. Chris Walker, good morning to you. If you might have already said that. Pat Noss, she says, get your COVID vaccine.
There you go. And I'm lost up there, so you're going to have to say some more. I glanced off the page.
Oh, I'm sorry. I do that all the time. Tajetta said, come join her. I might do that. I can't do it today, but I need to do it one day. Megan Segovia and Ryan Boykin says, good morning from Shuttown, Mississippi, and happy birthday to the love of my life, Ryan Boykin. So happy birthday, Ryan.
Okay, I thought it was you that was the love of your life. I was expecting the words Kurt to come out, and now you got another man.
I was putting... That's what she commented.
Okay.
He is the love of my life.
Who's
Good
that?
morning. Good morning, Kurt.
Oh,
if you're
Kurt.
watching, I don't think he's watching this morning. He's working, but anyway.
And we all have these little prayer groups, so we pray for him each day.
Yes. Terry Carter wanted to know where I work, but you can inbox us, and I will tell you that.
Get all over that. Let's see here.
I will.
We found out that Governor Greg Abbott of Texas has gotten the COVID. Not as bad as it could be, but he has been diagnosed with that as of yesterday. So thoughts out to Texas as he tries to recover. We've got a lot of people that watch from Texas as well. And
yeah, we do.
We send condolences there. Let's see here.
I hope that he does okay with that.
Yeah. We go to Community Watch, and I wanted to share this. There's been a theft in our area here, and we need it back. Al Davis shared this earlier. Let's pull this up here so you can see this. This is from Robbie Pickett. He had his truck stolen and also his trailer. It was parked at U-Haul in Meridian. And let's do a bigger picture. And that's what his truck looks like there. They stole all that. Apparently, he was getting maybe some work done to it or something at U-Haul. That's North Frontage Road. That's I-20 right there. And if you recognize that truck, he sure would like to have it back.
Yeah.
With that trailer. Those trailers are not cheap. And of course, this is
the truck isn't either. Yeah.
And this is how he makes his living. So somebody has gone and messed up his income, and we don't need that. So if y'all happen to see that truck floating around anywhere, call the police, get in touch with Robbie. He'd love to hear or Al, any of the folks that help out with Community Watch. Big time important there.
Yes.
Ain't nothing worse than a thief. We talked about that yesterday, didn't we?
I know. I can't stand a thief.
Yeah, that happens. I need to address a problem that's happened nationwide because sometimes I guess other people just don't see it. You ever heard the term gold digger?
Yeah.
I am almost certain that I have identified the case of a gold digger.
Really?
Okay. Let's say that you're 27 and you bump into a 73 or 74-year-old. You think he's a hot fella? Let's just show hot fella first. Let me find his picture. Okay. You tell me, is this fella, and then I'll tell you who he is here in a second here. This fella look hot to you? I mean, would that possibly turn you on while you're looking for eggs?
Not in the sense you're thinking hot. He looks like he might be hot up in that black and like some sweat.
Do you know who that is?
I mean, it says Don McLean.
Yeah. Bye, Miss American.
Oh, okay.
That guy. Okay. All right. That's him. Now, let's show new girlfriend who is 27 years old that thinks he's smoking hot. Here you go.
Sure she does.
Here she is.
Okay. Yeah.
Do y'all think it's love at first sight, or do you possibly think that it might have a little bit to do with his stardom?
don't know. You know, he might be super funny. He might be a super funny guy. Got a great personality. I don't know. You know,
He's 73-27.
I try to look at the bright side sometimes.
Did you find one in that?
Yeah, it's kind of. I don't know if it's bright. I don't know. You know, maybe I hate to like down stuff like that because you don't ever know. I mean, maybe
Milton's over there singing an old Beverly Bellamy Brothers song. What she needs is sugar daddy, diamond rings and a brand new caddy.
that probably is a. That probably could possibly be what's going on there, sugar daddy.
I was sitting here yesterday and that popped up on my screen. I thought, holy smokes! I mean, you just that's her granddaddy.
Yeah.
You know, we're not trying to get in their business, but it's not like he's one of these guys that is really taking care of himself and he's Mr. Fit and Trim. You really think he's about 40 or anything like that. It's kind of obvious that he's got one leg stretched over there.
Yeah, he needs a hairdresser.
Yeah, and you happen to know a little bit about
He
that.
needs a new hairstylist if he has one now.
Did Don McLean, did he do anything other than that song? Because, you know, that was not my big time type of music, but I do know that song. Did he do any more that?
I don't know. Because I didn't know who sung the song. I've heard the song, it seems thousands of times probably, but I didn't know who sang the song.
That's him. I saw Garth doing the song and he joined him at, this was a few years ago when he did one of those concerts at, what's the big park in New York City? Grand Central. Well, what's that? But the big park in New York where everybody goes.
Central Park.
Central Park.
Yeah.
And Don McLean joined him on stage to sing the song. It was a pretty cool moment.
Yeah.
But he also wrote a song called Vincent. Josh
Groban.
Yeah, I don't know that one. She said it's beautiful though.
Okay.
Have not heard that one. It's his money, Milton says.
Yeah.
You
That
just
might
see
be
that.
the motivator right there.
Another thing that I noticed, you know, there's a lot of gun violence in America, but do not think for 1 minute that if they didn't have a gun, they wouldn't use another object to come after you. We go to New York City, Manhattan. I mentioned this early this morning, and a guy goes into, and let me show you this. This is, you can find this on Daily Mail. This guy goes into the bank. This will restart here in just a second. He's going to be at one of these ATMs here. And this guy sneaks up behind him with a machete and attacks him.
Lord.
See, if you'll see this, he's there minding his own business. This guy comes in with a machete and just starts hitting him with it. Cuts him all to pieces. He's in the hospital now, trying to recover from it. But there's some bad people in New York. Seems to be getting worse and worse. Not to say that our town is not.
Well, I mean, I've seen people walk up behind people and shoot them in the back of the head. I mean, you know, I've seen
bad things.
It's crazy. People have lost their minds.
So that happened in New York, and if you're headed that way, keep that in mind. That did happen there.
Yeah.
Anybody a T-Mobile customer?
I'm not.
I'm AT&T. I think is what I've got. But they have confirmed 100 million customers were hacked. They've got their social security numbers, their driver's license number, and all of their addresses and everything.
Oh my goodness.
That ain't good.
No. Because you got all that, you can access just about anything.
If I remember correctly, I think that company now will have to, you know, like that protection program that you buy that alerts you. I think that they'll have to do this for each one of these customers for a period of 5+ years to monitor their credit. But I'm not sure you can control that now.
I don't know. I mean, technology is such a crazy thing to me because I mean, it's like you think everything's secure, and then boom, you know, somebody's got into your Facebook or got into your, you know, that happened to my daughter not long ago. Somebody went into her Facebook account, changed her password. She couldn't get in. She couldn't get back into, you know, they just threw her off, like logged her off of Facebook. It wasn't like she logged out and it happened. She was logged into Facebook. They logged her off, changed her password, and then she couldn't even pull her name up. If you tried to punch her name in, it wouldn't even pull up. So
I highly suggest this because I witnessed this one time. I went to get a new phone. You know how they have the display phone set up where you can sit there and you play with them and see if you like it or not?
Right.
You know, they're connected to the internet. Well,
are they?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know
It's
that.
just like live. And somebody had checked their Facebook up there while they were there and left it wide open. And
Yeah, that
the
is
person
bizarre.
that was standing there went in and changed their Facebook profile picture. I mean, it was funny.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, they didn't do any harm, but they just made some colorful pictures as their profile. It was hilarious.
Yeah,
don't ever do that.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do that. That's scary.
And your coworkers will also get your phone and do fun things with your Facebook page also. Just saying.
Don't give me no ideas, Scotty Ray.
Fun stuff there.
Look, I will tell you this too, though. McDonald's or different places where you can log into their Wi-Fi. You know, there's different places that have free Wi-Fi. Well, they're not always secure because, you know, there could be somebody in there who can steal your information, you know.
Well, like Lowe's, when you go in there to ask you, and I know Walmart does that, and other businesses goes, do you want to join the Wi-Fi? And it gives you the option to do it.
Yeah, I don't know that I would. I mean, a lot of people will go into little coffee shops and different places and join it because they're up in there with their laptop working or, you know, kind of, I don't know what, but I just wouldn't do it. I mean, it's
You
just
ain't
not
going there is what you're saying.
I am not going there.
And also now, keep this in mind, don't let your home be wide open. There's a lot of people that don't password protect their homes, and you can pull up in front of somebody's house, and if you don't have it protected, they can log on to your system. Not that I know a whole lot about systems and things,
Right.
but that can happen. So
I tell you what's an even scarier thing. Somebody told me not long ago that, like, you know, when you lock your car with your keypad, that there's some kind of a unlock thing that criminals are using to unlock the cars.
I saw that in Gone
Did
in
you see
60
that?
Seconds.
Well,
That's what they
somebody
did.
Yeah, well, somebody told me there is something out there. So I don't know. That's scary to me.
Okay, Linda Jane Lunsford just made a comment. She needs to explain herself. She's talking about Don McLean, and she thinks that maybe he has a hidden talent. What kind of hidden talent do you think it might be, Linda Jane?
I don't know.
am curious. I'd love to know what you think here.
Yeah.
Tell me, girl.
Explain yourself.
Galen says that technology is the fall of man, and it can be if
It
it's not
is.
used properly.
I did a paper on it a while back. I think I mentioned it, but I said, yeah, it's like it seems like you're taking a few steps forward, but really it's setting you back several
Right.
steps because, I mean, I just wish, I know that we'll never do it, but I miss the days of when you write everything down. It takes a lot longer. It's not as convenient. But you have that hard copy right there, you know.
That
It's not
ain't,
like somebody's going to erase it. You might lose it, but
I don't think that will ever happen unless we have a Red Dawn moment.
right. Yeah.
I just don't see that.
Well, I
but-
mean, who's to say that something won't happen and like everything's wiped out if you don't have it backed up to something else, or you know,
I've lost things on computers.
it's scary.
Save everything.
Yeah, I need to print all these pictures off on my phone because I'm always worried that something's gonna happen to my phone and then I won't have them.
Well, I had the Android, and I switched to the other phone, and lo and behold, they wouldn't transfer. So I lost all those pictures I had on the phone that died. So that can happen to you easily there. So make sure of that. As we go back, let's take a moment and go back in time on this date, 1920. Well, things have gotten a little out of hand. They made the 19th Amendment, and ladies were able to vote beginning on this date. And it was all because of one man. He was a 24-year-old representative, and I think it may have been his first vote. And he voted that way because his mama sent him a note. And he was from Tennessee, and it ratified the fact that women could vote.
Well,
Thank
you to him.
They tried many years to get that.
Yeah.
And
That is crazy to me that women weren't ever able to vote in the first place.
they were, it was a different time in our history. And it is history. I don't think it would have evolved eventually, but it's here now.
Women are such an important thing. I mean, nobody'd be here without women. Well, nobody'd be here without God, but women bring people into the world.
I've heard a rumor that men had something to do with that. Now, I may be wrong. It's just
They did, but we're like,
look, who gave you a rib?
home of the children before they enter the world. I mean, Yeah.
Oh, anyway, well, that's a nice thought. But it did happen on this day. 1936, women went wild about 20 years later when they figured out who this old boy was. Robert Redford was born. And of course, that picture came from The Electric Horseman, one of my favorite of his shows. And he was in a lot of shows. Is it The Castle that where he was sent to prison? Where he's
Castle?
He's a retired general, and they arrest him and put him in jail.
I didn't see
I think
that
it's
one.
Castle,
I've
his
seen
name.
a lot of Robert Redford movies, but
That one's over the top. Y'all watch that if you get a chance. But Robert Redford, even Mickey Gilley mentioned him in a song, Don't the Girls Get Prettier at Closing Time? You remember that?
yes, I do.
Even Robert Redford needs overhaul.
Do you remember the movie Indecent Proposal? Wasn't that the movie he was in?
I know that I never watched it.
Yeah, where he
Offered $1 million for his wife.
Yeah, and the man
Did it?
Well, the man and the woman like decided to do that. That's crazy.
$1 million, you can have her.
It's crazy, but I want her back.
After tonight, $1 million. And didn't in the end they really couldn't deal with it? The $1 million they couldn't get over it, and they got a divorce or something. I didn't see the movie. I don't know.
Well, I think maybe she, if I remember correctly, she was liking
The new guy.
she was liking the money and all the stuff that come with it, and I think she kind of eased on over that way, but. I think in the end, maybe they got back together.
Okay, I missed all that. What was that movie that had the rabbit in it where the woman kind of went wild there?
Oh yeah, crazy. Glenn Close.
Yeah.
Fatal Attraction.
Y'all watch that.
Yeah.
Be up there at the post office.
I always
she wink
use
at
that,
you,
like-
keep going.
Yeah, like they boiled the rabbit. They boiled the rabbit crazy.
She did do a rabbit in that movie, didn't she?
Yeah, she boiled their family pet. Killed it. The kid's rabbit.
They it's some strange folks, and that's called snakes in your head. Now, this is a dark day in history because this was going on 1941. I think everybody's heard of the guy Hitler. What he was doing to Jewish children at that point was if they were crippled in any way, they murdered them. And it only come to an end when a preacher made a spectacle out of it, and it was supposedly dropped, and then they moved it to Poland and picked back up. But it was many a child that had any special needs or was handicapped in a wheelchair that they killed them. Hitler was one of the worst men that ever breathed a breath in history. So that was in history upon this day, and I thought I would share that with you, just because we never need to forget history. Because if you don't bring it up, it will repeat itself, and that's what history's about. Women also were wild over this fella. He was born in 1952, and he became the heartthrob of many a lady out there. Patrick Swayze.
It's still hard to believe that he's gone.
It was 2009 that he passed away.
I know. I can't believe it's been that long.
That's oh my gosh, 10 years. Where did it go? And of course, he lost his life to cancer also.
Pancreatic cancer. Yes, that's one of a really bad one.
Yeah, that is. I wasn't big fans of these folks, but they made a big splash when they come across the pond in 1964. They barely got out. In 1964, they arrived in San Francisco, and a chain-link fence was put up. 9,000 people showed up to greet them, and the ladies commenced to jerking on the chain. Next thing you know, it fell, and they had to run.
Oh, goodness.
And they made it out. But the Beatles had some type of huge just grip on the American teenagers at that point.
Yeah.
Did somebody make a comment?
I guess when we're talking about women, Galen Bradshaw says he wants his rib back.
Sound like a DIV somewhere there.
Goodness. Let's see. Joe McGinnis said good morning, and Gail Gafford, she's watching this morning. Let's see.
Gail brought up Butch Cassidy. Of course, that would have been also with Robert Redford in it.
Milton Zabel said it cost him $1 million to get rid of one.
Bless your heart. Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me.
Oh, goodness. I'm trying to read.
Okay. As we go back to 1973, I think everybody still hums this. Faith and Tim even tried to record it, but, well, it wasn't a big a hit as the original. This was #1 on this date. Louisiana woman, Mississippi man.
They get together every time they can.
It did. And, boy, that just really meshed well. That was great.
Yeah, they did. That was a good song.
Never really bothered do that she was hanging out with Conway all that time.
I like Conway Twitty, though. I always liked his music.
He knew what he was doing, and he sang to that specific crowd. So many don't know that trick nowadays. And each time that his audience would make a little bit of adjustment, Conway done a little bit of adjustment to reach who he was singing to. Early 70s, it was that housewife who didn't work, and he sang to her some kind of ferociously. I see the want to in your eye. 1992. You remember this guy?
Larry Bird.
Yeah, he retired upon this date because of back trouble. He really put the Celtics on the map there, but he retired on this date, and it doesn't seem that long ago. Do the Celtics even exist anymore, or has that team been sold and it's under new management now?
I don't know.
Because I'm not a big basketball player, but you couldn't help but know who Larry Bird was back in the day.
I'm surprised anybody can have a mascot or be called anything nowadays.
Yeah, that's true.
They probably got rid of the Celtics for some reason.
I don't doubt that one iota. 2003, and this really doesn't seem like this was 03, but this song was number 1 on this date. 5 o'clock somewhere.
I know. That made a good duo right there for that song.
And that was really the only number 1 Jimmy Buffett ever had.
Really?
Out of all the stuff that he's done and people love him, that was his only number 1.
Have you ever been to a sister's place? Lulu's?
Lulu's, yes, we've eaten there once.
We stayed for about an hour and a half waiting in line one time, and then we were starving to death, so we just decided to go
wasn't
somewhere
worth
else.
it.
Yeah, we were just going to go somewhere else. We just wanted to experience the Lulu's experience that everybody,
Yeah.
which it is a neat place. I mean, there's all kind of like stuff for the kids to play, while you're waiting and stuff, but I don't know.
And that is in Gulfport, isn't that where that is?
It's right outside of Gulf Shores, like right before you get into Gulf Shores right there, I think. If I'm not mistaken, I think it is. So.
LaWanda said that Boston is still around. I'm glad you told me because I was not sure on that one.
My aunt's Bailey Grace. She's my aunt.
What'd she say?
Betty is her name, but
Betty's being bad. Only I have this stuff hung in my head.
yeah, she commented Candace can sing. I can sing some Patsy Cline.
Yeah, I hadn't heard you, and you claimed that you were in a couple of the talent shows.
Well, one of them, yeah. I did that. I don't want anybody to go back and look at that.
There's video somewhere.
I was so nervous. Like, I don't know what kind of dance move I was doing while I was trying to
Shuffling
sing.
your feet.
I looked like I was stomping ants on the floor, like, just back and forth. I was so nervous. I had never done that before. It was in the mall.
Yeah, we did 4 or 5 years worth there in the mall.
Yeah.
And always fun. We had huge crowds.
I think I did a Sugarland song, like a fast-paced song.
What was the
I
song?
was moving fast when I was
The song that she did that was about she was dating a married guy. Why don't you stay? Mm-hmm. Boy, that one was just heartfelt, wasn't it?
I know. Yeah.
I was like, dang girl, go on with
Oh,
it.
I know what I sung, Down in Mississippi and Up to No Good.
That is
I
a
think
good
that's
song.
what I sung.
Great song.
Mm-hmm. That's what I sung.
So out of all the songs, what is your favorite one you love to sing? What is it?
Crazy. I love Crazy.
Crazy?
Mm-hmm.
That's been done at many a contest there.
Crazy.
See, look at her. She got a little bit in her there.
I do like it. I know.
Yeah, I was.
Look, she said she can sing crazy, but
There you go.
I do like to sing, but mostly I'm in my car singing. So
Everybody does a little bit of that, even if
Yeah.
you can't sing.
I'm not a big up in public singer, although I have been known to grab the microphone at the, karaoke
karaoke.
bar.
As we head out to Freeman Tractor this morning, you'll find them there. They've got implements and a whole lot more there. Take that short drive out. They've got lawnmowers galore. If you're looking for one, I know we're coming up on September, but you're going to be mowing grass a long time here in the state of Mississippi and Alabama. That is for sure. If you're looking for a Skag, the number one mower in America, it cuts a lot. It's easy there. They can take care of you. A service department, you're not going to need it very often, but they do have a service department there to back up everything. If you need a new set of blades, if you're looking for a tractor, they've got them with buckets, air conditioning, one of the nicest things here while it's warm. Keep you away from all those critters that are out there. Mm-hmm. Plus, open cab if you need a bush hog, whether it's on the front or the back or a bat wing. Got those as well. As we go down through the disc, are going to be real popular. Probably in about 2 weeks, people will start breaking that ground up, getting ready for this. If you need to do your driveway, if you need a set of forks, they've also got the benches that are made out in Texas. This is the Warrior model, the bigger one. You can get them with air conditioning, heating. Well, you can get these also with the navigation systems. Mm-hmm. See them. Help you out there. Benchy. Right there in downtown Sicalina. 626, 8759. See Buttermilk. He'll help you out and pick out the one that you need.
Hurricane season is here, and like most Mississippians, you know the drill. Organize a severe weather safety kit, know how to safely use a generator, and have a plan of action to keep your family safe if a hurricane threatens. And when outages do occur, you can now report and view current outages through our free smartphone app or website at emepa.com. Remember, when storms come in, be ready if the power goes out. East Mississippi Electric Power Association is your local Touchstone Energy cooperative.
No matter what hat you wear, if you're hurt on the job, you're gonna need me. We've helped thousands of our injured clients get their medical bills paid and recover lost wages. And we're ready to help do the same for you today. One call, that's all.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace. We want to remind you about our friends up the road here. Yeah, she'll help you.
That's right. Tiffany Bleau Décor Boutique. She is located in the Atrium Mall on Highway 493 in North Hills in Meridian.
Right next to Mugshots.
It is. And she has got some beautiful, beautiful things in there. If you have not visited Tiffany Bleau, you need to go in there and check it out. She's got necklaces, bracelets, jewelry, clothing. I mean, the latest styles. If you need a gift for somebody, if somebody's graduated, if they're going off to college and need some clothes, this is where you need to go.
T-shirts, hats, even lamps and things that to help decorate your home.
Right. I mean, all kind of artwork in there. She's got these tea towels with cute little sayings.
I pulled up my big girl panties. So many times I've left it in my grandma's drawer. That's kind of cute.
I have a condition that prevents me from sticking to a diet. I'm hungry.
Yeah, that usually does. Tea towels.
I get hangry. Y'all ever do that?
Hangry? Yeah, I've been hangry.
My husband says I'm hangry all the time. But look, I didn't even know they had bedding until yesterday when I saw this. But bedding, I mean, this is really cute stuff. Dorm rooms, your home, anything. But look at the graphic tees that she has. Really cute stuff.
Including, of course, this stuff when it comes down to watching Yellowstone. They've got those as well. See her today. Tiffany Bleau. You'll find her there again at the Atrium Mall. They're on Highway 493. Open today till 5:30. They'll be open on Saturday, but closed on Sunday. See them there. She'll be glad that you drop in and visit with her. Coming up on what do we got? 20 till, no, we're 15 already away from the top of the hour.
It's flown by.
It has. Nothing like taking your girlfriend to work. And it turns out it's illegal to do that. A subway driver was operating the driveway, and they done a selfie letting his girlfriend drive the subway. They've got an all points bulletin out for both of them now.
Probably not a good idea.
No, it's not.
When we were in school, we got to sit on the little thing next to the bus driver and drive the bus. That probably wasn't a good idea either.
No. Times have changed. Can't do that anymore either.
Yeah. Not a good idea.
Georgia, and it makes you wonder if this is politically driven about the Dollar General stores. A city council, and I had it written down, Albany, Georgia is where this is. They're trying to say that there are too many, and you've all seen that joke online of where they have the board meeting, they ask how many stores they got, and they no longer know because they multiply and multiply.
Yeah.
But Albany, Georgia is saying there's too many, and we need to do a limit on how many Dollar General stores there can be because they're picking on poverty and putting them in locations for poor people. What do you think of box stores going at Walmart? These stores help people that can't make it to town.
Yeah.
It's America.
Right.
You have a right to build a store where you want. I don't agree with that. That almost sounds like somebody may have passed something under the table for them to say that.
Right.
Just commenting on my own there.
Yeah.
Can't prove that, but something smells fishy on that.
Right. It does.
Yeah. So
Some money involved.
I thought we'd share that little story there. Do you remember Candace Bergen that was on Full House?
Cameron.
Yeah. Is that her name?
Candace Cameron. Burr. You're talking about her last name's Burr. Yeah.
I said it wrong.
Candace Bergen is an actress, but she's from like a long time ago. What'd she play in?
Wasn't that full? This is not her? I got her confused?
Well, it's Candace Cameron. You're Kurt Cameron that used to play on Growing Pains.
Right.
This is his sister. She used to play on Full House.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
I had the right woman.
Yeah, you said Candace Bergen. I think you just got the last name.
Oh, yeah, Bergen. She was somebody else.
Right. She was a big actress for years. She's still acting, but,
Yeah. I had the two names mixed up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this is the woman I thought it was. If you flip on Lifetime, she's on there forever, and she's getting a lot of comments of the picture with her daughter. Look, They do look a lot alike. They say that they are just instantly. They don't look that close to me.
If the daughter was looking, like there's a video of them doing some kind of dance thing together, and I really can't hardly tell them apart in the video. Like when the daughter looks straight ahead,
Right.
She looks more like her mom, but I just can't believe she's got a kid this old.
But if you see those Lifetime shows where she marries somebody new in each show.
Yeah, she does a good job. She is a good actress. And I'll tell you another thing. She is one of these actresses that stands firm on her faith. She is a Christian, and
She is.
She wants everybody to know it, and she don't care. She's not going to change her ways or adjust her beliefs to satisfy Hollywood. So I think that's a great thing.
The name that I got it confused with, she would have been Murphy Brown, right?
Right. Yes. Yeah.
She
that's
was
what I was trying to think of.
I'm going to say she might have been one of those ladies that you call an activist of some sort, like a women's lib. Like,
well, she was in Sweet Home Alabama too. She was
as the mama.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's the one that got knocked out at the wedding. Don't you
Yeah, she
remember that? 'Cause
scares
she said,
me.
go back to your double wide and fry something. That didn't sit well. It wouldn't sit well with me either if somebody talked to my mama like that.
That was a good line, though. Really was. But
It was a good line.
she was, if you remember, I couldn't watch Murphy Brown because it was just so I'm a woman, hear me roar type show. It didn't go over well with me. But some people love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they do.
Maybe it's you. Watch it if you like. CNN. You really have to wonder what their agenda is sometimes. You've got a reporter that is in Afghanistan, and the reporter is saying that the Taliban want to be mild, while in the background they're yelling death to America.
Right. I don't understand these people who are...
They seem friendly.
I think it's crazy that our administration is like trying to bargain with them.
Well,
trying to make a deal with them. Oh, well, they said that if we just give them so many days or, that we're going to get our people out, they're going to allow us to get our people out. And then they're going to, really?
I see this headline here, and it goes right along with what you're saying there. The State Department says the U.S. could recognize the Taliban as a legitimate government, but only if it upholds rights, doesn't harbor terrorists. I mean, who would even make that statement? All right, here's the next issue.
They killed a woman for not wearing her burqa.
Yeah.
They killed her right there with her family watching.
They have slaughtered.
Just the other day.
Slaughtered many people. Now, the number was 40,000 2 days ago. Today, the number is 15,000 Americans that are still there. And the State Department is telling them just to settle down where you are. Don't try to come to the airport. There is no evacuation plan to get these people out. And I mentioned this morning. People go, why are Americans there? They're working.
You know what they told them to do? Go online. Go online and let us know, if you need help or whatever. Crazy. I watched this morning. I think he was an Afghani born man.
All right.
But he had become a United States citizen. He and his family had moved to the U.S. and he had gone back because his father or his father-in-law, one, had been sick. So they went back to visit his father-in-law and check on him. And in the midst of them visiting, all this stuff's happened. So they're trying to get out. His whole family is trying to get out and come back to the U.S., but they've been told to shelter in place.
Yeah, that's the word they use.
In wherever they are, shelter in place. So they were interviewing him over a video thing, and he couldn't tell where he was, obviously, because they don't want him knowing where he is.
No, they come get you.
And, he said that he got out and tried to go to the airport, though, by himself, or went to the embassy. And he couldn't get through. They're telling him, go to the airport so you can leave. Go to the airport, but they're not letting them through. Even if they have a passport, I think they're going, not today.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere. And what is going to happen is Americans are going to be held hostage. We all see the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
What type of person would not have a plan for all of this in the beginning?
Crazy.
This is going to be bad. And as we say, kidnapped, or however you want to word it, there's other things that they can do worse. And I'm afraid we may see this before this is over.
You see these people. Of course, I think a lot of them were Al-Qaeda. They might have been the Taliban. I don't know, that were doing like beheadings right there on video for everybody to watch. But hopefully nothing like that takes place. I mean, I pray that nothing like that takes place. But, there's children's lives at stake. They don't care.
No.
They have no regard from what I've seen. Now, there's American soldiers over there also that are stuck over there in harm's way.
Now, Trump comes out yesterday and says this is chaos. It's a disgrace. It's a slap in America's face, and that this is going to make Vietnam look like child's play before it's all said and done. And it's really starting to look like that. I'm worried about what's going to happen to our people and the folks that are left behind. It is awful. It's one story after another.
I just don't see anybody being held accountable for it. I don't see anybody, I just see the blame being passed on to somebody else. Oh, it's somebody else's fault. And people talk about it being an embarrassment, like it's an embarrassment to the United States. I mean, this whole country, the way it's operated since this new administration's gone in, and even a little while before that with some of the people's actions, that's what's an embarrassment.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a total embarrassment. This is a tragedy right here. I wouldn't worry about it being embarrassed as much as I would it being a tragedy.
Loss of life is probably going to happen as we watch this. We'll have more details on it as it develops. I'll post this throughout the day as we watch this closely. But it's just not looking good is what we're trying to say.
Yes.
As we turn to Chet's Paint and Body, you'll find him in Center Hill. If you've got a car that's got a scratch, a dent, maybe it hadn't happened to you yet, put this name in the back of your mind. When you need auto body work done, it's Chet's Paint and Body. They really work hard to help you. 737-2961. You go out, they'll help you in any way they can. If you've got here's one that just needs painting down the side there that they're taping, redoing this side here. They've got the body work done. This is one that's had a fender bender there on the door. Front fender, you bumped into somebody or maybe somebody backed into you. They take care of all that. Aluminum beds. They do all types of work, no matter how big, how small, to put it back just like the way you had it, because cars cost so much now. You have to really take care of them, and that's what they're there for, to make it as good as new. That's their paint booth. They also do classic cars. That's Chet's there if you've never seen that before. Beautiful Camaro. He does quality work.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, if you need anything done from your insurance work being processed, a free quote, come by and see them. Again, Highway 495, you'll see them in the split there in Center Hill, 737-2961. See our friend Chet, he'll put it back the way it was.
I'm calling about my accident claim.
Don't let the insurance company beat you up. I'll take the fight to them and get you everything you deserve. One call, that's all.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace as we travel along this morning. Dolly speaks out and says that she's gotten way more credit than she deserves. She's making headlines this week is that because she donated that first $1 million to help fund the COVID thing, to help with the vaccine. And she's saying she's getting way too much credit for it. She just wants to help people.
Right. I think she's a wonderful person.
She is.
I've never met her. I'd love to. I think that would be neat to meet her. But I mean, somebody that does stuff like that and doesn't expect anything in return, even like recognition. I mean,
she's a good-hearted person.
Right. Doing it from the goodness of her heart.
You know, and she waited and let everybody else get the shot before she did. She didn't bust up in line and go, all right, I gave you $1 million. I'm getting mine now. She waited.
Yeah. She has a truly good heart. I mean, for children and
I'm assuming that she still does the read a book at night.
I don't know about the reading of a book at night, but she does supply, like all newborn children can sign, their parents can sign up for books to be delivered to them. And I mean, I think till they're 6 years old, they get a free book every month in the mail.
That's great. But she had started a thing to where every night she read a bedtime story on her Facebook page. And I need to look and see if she still does that or not.
That is so neat. I wish I'd have known that, because I'd pull it up and let my son watch it every night.
I might watch it myself.
She gonna read you a bedtime story, Scotty Ray.
Muhammad Ali, I think we all know that name. His grandson, I didn't even know he had one, is following in his grandfather's footsteps, and he made the first knockout punch in a boxing match. So he's well on the road. So keep that in mind. And his name is Nico Ali.
I wonder if he runs around saying he floats like a butterfly,
stings like a bee. What was that last part? Nobody is tougher than Muhammad Ali.
I don't know. Maybe. I think I just remember the first part.
Yeah, he done that. So we're watching that. Let's see here. Do you remember the animal rights lawyer that tried to hire somebody to take her husband out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the time, you really don't hear back on what happened. She's been to trial. She tried to hire somebody at their ranch to take him out. She's been sentenced to 10 years of hard prison labor and fined $100,000.
Goodness.
So that's in the headlines today if you're wanting to know what's out there.
People are so brazen.
I don't see how you think you could ever get away with doing something like that.
Why would you do that? I mean, if you don't want to be with somebody, I mean, just tell them, I don't want to be with you.
It's time for a divorce. Let me go on. You do your thing.
On.
But not everybody handles rejection so well.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's called don't date cray-cray.
Yeah.
If they got snakes in the head, don't even.
I think I would do the sardines in the curtain rod thing before I'd kill them.
Yeah, a little revenge there.
Yeah.
But so she's going to visit some folks in prison for a little while there. Yeah. As we come up on the top of the hour, we want to say thank you as we head again. Let me remind you, a warm day. We're looking for about 93 to 94. Heat index right at 100, 101 possibly. So it's a warm day.
That is a warm day. My goodness.
We've got showers that could develop after lunchtime, so you're good between now and lunch. It's not going to be anything that's just everywhere at one time. Isolated showers, so you may get wet before it's all said and done. Any closing remarks that we need to make that we've forgotten about today?
Just have a blessed day and a safe day. And just like we said, there's a lot of people that are sick right now, and we want to pray for them. We do.
Charlie Daniels Day in the state of Tennessee today also. We'll see y'all bright and early tomorrow. Thank y'all for dropping by and visiting with us.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by